So I'm disappointed, firstly, that the president never said a word about the undemocratic developments in Rivers State, which he has enabled, which he has brought about, which he has sanctioned, and which he continues to sustain. And creating an impression as if all is well. No. As long as any part of Nigeria is under military rule, democracy is endangered in Nigeria as a whole. And I've spoken to my brothers and friends and sisters in the Southwest, some of them in the National Assembly. Because as some of you may know, I'm also maternally Ijebu, and proudly so. With this undemocratic precedent, the president, by pandering to particular political interests, has put the overall democracy of our people, particularly in big states like Lagos and Kano in the future. Because in the future, arising from the precedent, the undemocratic and illegal precedent the president has set in Rivers, any other president from any other part of this country, and no one can monopolize power forever. If we cannot get victory in Lagos and Kano and big states, we now apply what they will term the Tinubu doctrine, which will be declare a state of emergency, sack all constitutional civil authorities, appoint people, military administrator, appoint people to conduct local government elections, appoint people to run the civil service. We can't allow that. And we pray that that day should not come for states like Lagos and Kano. What they are doing confirms the fear some of us have had since, which is that what they try to do in Lagos is a power grab. Today, I'm saddened that in spite of the beautiful rhetoric that the president came to the National Assembly to deliver, the president was silent about restoration of democratic rule and normalization of civil rule in Rivers State. And I'm further saddened. And actually, I feel very sad that the National Assembly, the President of the Senate, will look at the National Assembly and the Senate in particular as a place where anything can be thrown at us and it should go. Let me assure him and all of you and my constituents that they all know me for who I am, and it's too late for me to change. Our nation cannot be a nation of sycophants. Our nation cannot be a nation of bootlickers. Democracy is not sustained by bootlickers and sycophants. I'm not in political service for appointments and contracts and money. Some of us are propelled by values that are bigger than us. And we have held on to this at great cost. So what he's doing is nothing to me. And the fight for democracy continues. I urge you all not to lose faith. In this nation, there was a time when people who voiced their opinions about democracy were hounded into detention, where security agencies, instead of focusing on fighting crime and criminality and bandits, will be focusing on political people who hold opposing political views. Well, Nigeria survived it. We have seen situations where organizations set up to fight crime, fraud, corruption, all turn their searchlight to suppress dissenting views. Our nation survived. The president himself was put on trial at some point. His triumph was not a personal one. It was a triumph of democracy. And I want to assure you all, Nigerians, that you should be more committed. Don't be coward. Don't be made hopeless. Democracy is sustained by hard work, by sweat, by tears. And this fight must go on. I thought that on today's Democracy Day, there will be no better way to wish you all and all Nigerians Happy Democracy Day without making these few observations.